Hi everyone. I was lurking this site for a while now and I finally decided to share my encounter. I hope the story fits in here. I apologize for my grammar mistakes because English is not my native language. My story started maybe 3 years ago when I was 17. I was by my grandmother. Actually the whole family was. I have a big family, and every year we have a family reunion at our home. The night was falling and we were all sleeping over, so me and my cousin Helena decided we are going to sleep together in the apartment on the first floor. All of the others were on the second or third floor. I will give you a quick description of the place. So my grandmother's house was situated on an island very isolated in a small village. There is a 14 kilometers long forest between it and the city. The apartment we were in was in the first floor near the basement and the garage, and there was a huge garden nearby. Everything was as usual. Me and Helena were watching TV and we talked about normal girl stuff when we heard footsteps outside. Across our bed is a window and the front door. The front door is made from glass so we could see from inside, but the person outside couldn't see us because it is like blurry glass door. At first we thought it was someone from our family, but it wasn't. The person was walking all the time in front of the door and the window. I could not remember if I had locked the front door, so I got up slowly and I walked towards the door. When I saw the person stand in front of the door, I know it could not see me, but it was frightening. I grasped the doorknob and quickly turned the key in it. It was locked, but the person outside, aware now of me, grasped to the doorknob too and started to shake it violently. I was so scared I just ran to the bed where my cousin was curled up from fear. For one time that seemed like ages to me, we didn't even move. We were just looking at the glass door where the person was standing like it could see us. Then we pulled our blankets over our heads like children. I didn't even dare to breathe. Few moments later I took my phone to call my dad, but he was not answering. I guess they were all sleeping tight. After that we fell asleep, but later that night happened something that will haunt me my whole life. I woke up later that night. It was maybe 4 a.m. I am not sure. I was feeling very cold and I felt just weird. I turned to the door to find them widely open. At first I was all groggy from sleep. I didn't realize what was happening. I got up and went towards the door. Outside was very dark and cold. I felt like someone was watching me out of the dark. I shut the door, locked them, and woke up my cousin. I called my dad again and this time he answered. Then we went to sleep with the others. Tomorrow when we got up we called the police and some of my things were missing, like my undergarment, my perfume and my hairbrush, but nothing from my cousin. They found scratches all over the door but nothing more. It is still a mystery how the person got in because I did lock the door. I guess 3 or 4 months passed and I just started to live my life normal again. But nowadays I could still feel the cold on my skin. It gives me goosebumps each time I think about it. One day I was out with my friends and I wanted to write down something. You all know that app on the phone where you can take notes, I guess. I did not use it often and I guess I never will again. I opened it and there was a note already. I knew that I did not write anything, so I opened it. The person from that night left me a reminder that will haunt me forever. It was like a sick poem about me, how my hair was smelling good, how my skin was soft, and how I looked like when I was sleeping. It was just sick. There was a line. It said, "He will always watch me out of the shadow while I am sleeping, and one day we will meet." It just felt horrible that someone was watching me while I was asleep, touching me or my stuff. I went off a lot since then, 3 years passed and I did not hear from the shadow stranger yet. However, my grandmother told my parents that a person is sometimes at night walking around the house grasping the doorknobs, but it stopped a year ago. I hope I will never hear from him again. Shadow stranger, or whoever you might be, please let's never ever meet.